Alright folks, Death God here with another awesome build. This one is a bloodied melee build specifically for the Milepost 0 update for Fallout 76. Let's take a look. Start off by what your teammate can share for you. So for this build, I suggest being in a team. First of all, we're playing Fallout 76. We should have lots of friends, right? I suggest that your friend shares Traveling Pharmacy. And the reason for that is so that you can max out your damage with some of your other cards, specifically talking about Slugger, Expert Slugger, and Master Slugger, and having them all at 3 for the maximum amount of damage. And I want you to combine this with Incisor to cut through the maximum amount of armor that your adversaries have, as well as Blocker to mitigate your opponent's melee attacks. This would not be possible if you try to run all of these perks at 3 without having Traveling Pharmacy shared. If you are alone or your teammates cannot share Traveling Pharmacy 3, I would recommend in most cases taking off Blocker and running Traveling Pharmacy instead. Perception. This is definitely the dump stat. I recommend Refractor at 1 and Perception at 1. Refractor for a little bit more energy resistance. Onto Endurance. I suggest having Life Giver maxed out, even though this is a bloodied build, because even though you're running at a low percentage of your health, a higher health is still higher, and more HP makes you harder to kill. Natural Resistance is a new perk that gives you a good amount of resistances, and I highly recommend running it. It will make you more tanky towards several different types of damage. We've got Cola Nut. We're still taking tons of quantums. We're still drinking them left and right. Still a diabetes build. Cola Nut, a staple. Use it. Fireproof, once again, everyone is using explosive weapons. You've got adversaries flamethrowing you, other players flamethrowing you. You want that fireproof. Another staple. Classic for years. And since this is a bloodied build and a bloodied melee build, we want that radical for more strength and more damage. For our charisma cards, we're running overly generous at 2. Because if you are ratted out and you are doing melee, you have the potential to rad your adversaries as well with this perk card. It's an interesting one. Party Boy, for all of the alcohol that your character is going to drink and gain great benefits from. I suggest vodka for more HP, whiskey for more strength, or those Nuka-Cola Darks that will stack up with that Cola Nut and have a synergistic effect and make your character that much stronger. We've got Field Surgeon to make our stim packs enact much more quickly and start healing you immediately, which is what you're going to need in those tough fights. We've got Strange in Numbers. This is a team-centric build here, and you're definitely going to want to have those mutated teammates, and you want those positive effects to be magnified. For Team Medic, I recommend sharing this because not only is it going to benefit your team, but if you're sharing it, it's going to benefit you because you're making sure that they have Team Medic on so that when they pop a stim pack, it's healing you. So a synergistic effect, very good one. And of course, we've got Tenderizer for more damage. As always, more damage, more better. Intelligence, we have First Aid maxed out for our stim packs to heal more health, and Nerd Rage. For a bloodied build, you want to generally remain in Nerd Rage as long and as often as possible. Nerd Rage is one of the key factors that makes a bloodied build so powerful, with a lot more AP regen and damage. And like I said before, more damage, more better. For agility, we want that AP to be refreshing, so we've got Action Boy on there. Through Hiker to carry around all of our nice Nuka-Cola Quantums. Secret Agent for our Stealth Boys to last longer than 2 seconds. And Adrenaline at 1 so that damage can stack up as we kill things. And also Dodgy to mitigate damage that is affecting us. We've got Bloody Mess. Bloody Mess gives you more damage. What do we know about damage, boys and girls? More damage, more better. That's right. And we've also got Class Freak to help mitigate a large portion of the negative effects of our mutations, because we're not always going to take every single serum for every single hour that we play. That was the build. Let's look at some of the weapons and armor that I use on this character. We've got Apocalypse, which is a armor penetrating, power attack damage, strength increasing Autoaxe. It is very good. I've got the burning mod onto it to give it some extra fire damage. I've also got BLOODAXE, a bloodied power attack damage that breaks less often, and it also has a poison mod to increase that poison damage. This is going to synergize with our armor. I've got Strangler Heart armor. For one piece, this is the left leg, we've got that cryo resistance and sentinel. For our right leg, we've got Assassin's Poison Resist, as well as a chance to do fire damage. That'll probably get changed in the future once I unlock some more of these mods. We've got a left arm with poison resistance, less damage from people, and then Sentinel, of course. We've also got a right arm with extra endurance and a Cavalier mod to reduce damage while sprinting. For our torso, we've got it emergency protocol, synergistic with our Bloodied build, synergistic with our Nerd Rage, 50% less damage rate and increased movement speed. We've also got that cavaliered out, endurance, and like everything else I wear, it's Assassins. And for the helmet, we've got Perception added to it. Also, one of those arms is a jetpack arm, little legacy. Let's see which one that one is. Yeah, a little jetpack arm there. They patched it out a long time ago, but they did not take these out of the game. So having a jetpack on your arm is very helpful because it allows you to run emergency protocols, welded rebar, whatever you're going to run on your torso and still be able to fly around, because you definitely want to be able to fly around. Well, alright folks, that was the updated Bloodied build and gear for the Milepost 0 update. This is intended to be part 1 of a 2-part series. I've got another idea that will be very similar. I will put it out if this video gets at least 500 views. So if that does happen, expect another one very similar to this with a few key tweaks. As always, thank you for watching. Death God out.